what kind of objectives, what kind of goals do companies that you work with typically have when implementing a new ERP system?
So, a lot of times it's just, hey, we've outgrown our system, and to continue growing as a company, we need to move to something better. But the underlying things behind that are, we need to improve slash streamline processes. A lot of companies, as they're growing, you've got, all right, maybe I've got my financial system, and then I got a bunch of Excel spreadsheets, and maybe I've got an Access database, and then I've got this little piece of online software here. And so you're having information on all these, disparate systems. And you're wanting to hopefully create a single system of record, or at least the master system of record. You're probably never going to get away from having stuff in certain places, but you want to get it in one central repository as much as possible. And that helps on several different points. It makes collaboration across departments, across people more seamless. You don't have to worry about, hey, duplicate entry of data and potential mistakes in that. It's like, hey, I had to put this in this system, and then I had to go put it in here, and I got distracted and I didn't finish putting it all in. And then where do you report from? Um, and that also leads to just increased information visibility, and that allows managers to make better and more informed decisions and take informed action upon that. Whereas, if I've got something in this some person's spreadsheet, and I was like, oh, I didn't know about that when I was making this decision, then that, it causes problems, bottlenecks, potential, bad decisions. Another thing, that's very important is just analytics. And when you have, a single system of record, it makes it way easier to pull that data, both, real time, and then also for historical reporting purposes. Um, and that, once again, that really drives, the ability of managers and people higher up to make decisions and have a snapshot of how the company is doing quickly. And then, the last thing is ROI. Everyone throws out ROI, but, hopefully over time, as that, you go live and you're using that system, and you're using less of all this, hey, this information's here, and all these little separate silos. um, you have to train people on less pieces of software, and more places. All right, go here, go here, go here to get this and this. So it just makes onboarding even a new employee theoretically easier, less expensive, less time consuming before they can start, contributing. And then, hopefully also, once again, you're not supporting as many applications, and that saves costs both from a support and just, hey, this is what I got to pay for licensing every year for one system versus this and this and this and this.
The ROI piece is such a, you're right, there's so much pressure, right, to demonstrate ROI, and but it's not, the ROI isn't super concrete in every area, right? Like, you're totally right. There's the quantitative hard costs of saving on multiple software platforms. There's even metrics around efficiencies, from qualitative sort of efficiencies in terms of time savings. But like, it's sort of that, what is that lifetime value, right? What, a year later, is that still, it's still paying off, right? And there's so many intangibles. I mean, there's the tangibles, right? The spreadsheet, the costs, of course, but there's the intangibles, to your point, Chris, like the business continuity, the ability to pull, the ability, like, I think one of the most underestimated things is the ability to pull data from one source of truth. And I'm sure you see it, the countless time lost, mistakes made, because there isn't a single source of truth, and people are operating off of outdated data or bad data, or, et cetera, et cetera. And so the ROI, I always sort of smile when, a client talks about ROI, because it's not super linear. It's not always super concrete. And some of that magic that happens is what happens, in between some of those things. So it's tricky when you're trying to make a business case to, to your manager, to your CEO, to put in an ERP system, or, some sort of software platform, because so much of that is intangible.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And like, I also like to bring up the idea that implementing an ERP system also improves like the quality of life of users and staff. Like, I mean, you have some metrics to measure that, but like, it's not that clear, right? Like, not how much time is someone saving in doing this task, and how much, other important added value tasks they can do, but like, like, how do you measure like someone's happiness level? Like maybe some internal surveys that allows them to report, their happiness level on different, topics before an ERP implementation, after. But like these are the types of things that for some people who don't invest in these surveys would consider intangible, but are definitely part of this ROI calculation.
Absolutely, right? Job satisfaction and like how much friction are you taking out of people's workflows?
Hi, everyone. If you enjoy the content, please make sure to share with friends, smash the like button, and subscribe.